Imagine, if you would, you're playing a video game, and you become so immersed, the outside world no longer exists to you. Only the digital avatar you now control. You forget to eat dinner, and you're now 5 pounds skinnier. You forget to use the restroom, and now there's a terrible scent wafting from your backside. But then, all of a sudden, something happens. Something dumb and unrealistic. So dumb and unrealistic that it throws you back into the stinky reality in which you escaped from. What if I told you we can make all those dumb moments disappear if we just suspend your disbelief?
Pulling the Master Sword out of the stone in Breath of the Wild has nothing to do with magic. According to Skyward Sword, only a hero pure of heart and strong of body can use it. In Breath of the Wild, the sword is hidden away in the Forbidden Forest. In the description it states, the sword will only accept its master by its own will, and will choose a hero that has gone through great trials that test their courage, power, and wisdom to prove him worthy of wielding it. Nowhere does it mention magic is necessary to pull the sword out of the stone, but rather a test of courage, power, and wisdom to prove worthy of wielding it. So if that's the case, why does Link physically take damage when pulling the sword out of the stone? Easy answer: overexertion. But before we get into that, let's talk about Link's heart containers. How do they work? When Link fights an enemy boss and receives a heart container, or completes the shrine challenges, the heart container that is given to him isn't actually anything magical. Instead, it's a physical embodiment of what's already taking place in Link's body. When you are faced with an extreme challenge, such as fighting a difficult enemy, one that powers over the rest, or performing challenges such as fighting, climbing, and puzzles, in one of the many shrines you will inadvertently be increasing your physical and mental prowess without even confirming to yourself that it is happening. For example, when someone is dedicating themselves to commit to a diet and workout routine, even if you lose 5 pounds, to yourself you look exactly the same, but others might comment about how you've lost weight and you look skinnier. The reason why you still look exactly the same to yourself is because there are certain aspects that you can see that nobody else does, but in doing so, you also forget to see what everyone else is seeing. Why? Because you see yourself on a daily basis, and you don't see the changes that they do because you're seeing it at a very slow and gradual pace. However, when someone compliments you on the weight loss, even if you don't believe it right away, that compliment sticks in your head and it helps you to keep pushing on. But how does this relate to The Legend of Zelda? Because when Link receives a heart container, it doesn't magically give him more life energy. Instead, what is actually happening is he is receiving a physical item that tricks his mind into believing he's gotten stronger. It becomes psychosomatic.
So when you say psychosomatic, you mean like he could start a fire with his thoughts?
No, not at all. It means it's all in his mind.
I'm just saying, sometimes you get a knock on the head, you get special powers. It happens all the time. Read a comic book, okay?
It's happening mentally, and Link now believes he feels stronger. Thus, he will act stronger and subsequently braver. Look at all these examples of people using mental tricks with some sort of physical elixir to help their friends believe more in themselves than they already do.
Good luck today, Ron. I know you'll be brilliant.
I'm resigning. After today's match, McLagan can have my spot. Have it your way. Please.
Hello, everyone. You look dreadful, Ron. Is that why you put something in his cup? Is it a tonic?
it, Ron. You could be expelled for that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Come on, Harry. We've got a game to win.
You shouldn't have done it.
I know. Suppose I could have just used the confunders, John.
That was different. That was tryouts. This was an actual game. Didn't put it in. Ron only thought you did.
I think we should forfeit.
Yeah. Listen, I didn't get dragged down here just to get my butt whipped by a bunch of ugly monsters. I ain't going out like that. We're letting them push us around. We gotta fight them back. We gotta take it to them. We gotta get right in their faces. And what do you say? Are you with me or not?
Finished? Great speech and all, Doc. You had them riveted. But didn't you forget something?
What?
Your secret stuff. Wow. Whoa. Nice deltoid. Play along. Stop hogging it, Mike. We're your teammates. Secret stuff. Secret stuff?
You wouldn't hold out on us, would you?
No, I mean, I didn't think you guys really needed it. I mean, you're so tough. You're competitive.
We're also chicken tough. We need it bad.
Hey! I'd like some of that.
You know, this goes against everything they taught me in health class.
You want to win or not?
Bottoms up. Yummy.
All right. How about we go out and kick some alien butt, huh? Let's go. How about it, huh? Ready?
This mental trickery tricks your brain not to create more potential, but to refrain from holding your real potential back. Your mind can't magically make you stronger, but it can remove your own inhibitions, thus allowing you to reach a potential that's already there. When you are about to move towards something that will help you grow and transform for the better, your brain is going to resist because it doesn't know what will happen yet or what results this action will bring for you, so it's going to activate your fears and worries to try and protect you from getting hurt or hurting yourself. So you can trick your brain with some kind of physical reward that you can see and not just have to believe in. Now, I'm not saying that Link can just go and fight Ganon right away with his measly 3 hearts, though I know people have already done that. Yeah, clap clap for you. But the adventure you're going on isn't just one to save Hyrule. It's a journey to build up a hero, to grow as a hero, that you're getting stronger and braver, and now the victory won't just be about the glory of winning, but instead a reminder of all the hardships that you went through and the hope that the same doesn't happen to anyone else. As Link, the player, carries through their journey, gaining more skills and reflexes on the controller, so does Link become more adept at combat, climbing, and puzzle solving. Courage, power, and wisdom. So we can deduce that heart containers are merely just a trick, a physical reward that we can feel to understand the physical and mental growth that has already taken place inside. And now, we can determine why Link loses hearts, life, when he pulls the Master Sword out of the stone, and how he goes through each stage of courage, power, and wisdom to be worthy enough to wield it. Firstly, wisdom. The Forbidden Forest is protected by the Great Deku Tree, so not anything can just waltz into the Forbidden Forest and find the Master Sword. It was a confusing maze that if Link took the wrong turn, he would end up back at the entrance. Through his cunning and wisdom, he, the player, figured out the correct path and where the Master Sword was finally located. Secondly, courage. Link is told immediately that only those worthy of the sword will be able to wield the sword. Those unworthy will not be able to pull the sword, and that they will die. Now that's pretty scary already. Now imagine after everyone you meet, all these great warriors who you would immediately assume to be stronger and braver than you because of their feats, their physical prowess, or even their skills. Why are you the one who is worthy? Remember, at this point, unless you've already found all the memories, Link doesn't know how important or how great he really is. Yet he still decides to stand on that pedestal and pull the sword anyways. Lastly, power. Literally that simple. The reason why Link takes damage from pulling the sword isn't literally hurting him. Instead, Link is believing in himself completely and pulling with all his might, straining himself to the point of death, or even to death if you do not have enough heart, or as we've determined, strength. Now that leaves us with the question, is it possible to kill yourself from overexertion? In a way, yes. On January 16th, 1993, Jean-Paul Sigmarsson died of an aortic rupture while deadlifting in his gym, Gym 80, in Reykjavik. But this was likely the result of a congenital heart defect that affected other members of his family, which may have been exacerbated by his use of anabolic steroids. Now, of course, this is also attributed to his use of anabolic steroids, and I'm not going to try and say that Link takes steroids. Or am I? Let's actually take a look at this for a moment. How do you make steroids? Now, I'm not going to dig into the whole science behind how to make steroids and then teach it on the internet. No, I'd rather not. But, just to go off the base, hundreds of steroids are found in plants, animals, and fungi. Animal hormones are used to create and even used on animals themselves. Anabolic steroids, which increase muscle and bone synthesis. And what does Link eat throughout the majority of the game? Everything. It's like a Chinese medicine shop up in his stomach. Okay, so no, this is actually a joke. But if you do think about everything that Link has been through, even everything he eats in the game and everything he cooks with, he does add some strange things to his food. Fairies, dragon scales, guts. But a lot of these foods do actually create some kind of reaction in his body. Keeps him warm, keeps him cool, makes him stronger, makes him harder hit. Makes him take harder hits. That's what I meant. Makes him run longer. It sounds like some kind of body supplement to me. Now, suspend your disbelief for just a moment and think that, yes, Link does in fact put some pretty questionable things into his body. Who's to say it's not affecting his heart? And when faced with pushing yourself to your very limits to pass a test of courage, power, and wisdom, you could in fact push yourself to death. One factor that could make this whole suspension of disbelief make absolutely no sense is, does that mean anyone who is brave, beefy, and smart able to find the sword? Actually, yes. So like, say a Lionel waltzed through the forest and found the sword. Could he just take it for himself? Actually, yes. But it wouldn't mean anything to him. He wouldn't be able to use it even if he had it. He could hold it and swing it Sure, but it's just a regular sword to him because he couldn't wield it like Link can. The accurate definition of the word wield is in fact have and be able to use. Case closed. Don't believe me? Look at this clip of Ganon just straight up ignoring the Master Sword. He gets it away from Link, and instead of grabbing it for himself, he just leaves it on the other side of the flame barrier, which he could very easily go through himself. So, though anyone who even lifts Bro can pull the sword out through sheer force, as we stated earlier, finding the sword and standing on the pedestal is the acts of wisdom and courage, not just anyone can wield the sword. No magic necessary to pull the sword out of the stone. Just a hero who's tested himself in battle and in puzzles and keeps coming out on top. So just know, when you do get to the Master Sword and you do struggle to pull that sword out of the stone and it's finally in your possession, you use it to seal away the darkness, it's all because you believed in yourself when others forgot to.
Been keeping watch over you all this time. I've witnessed your struggles to return to us, as well as your trials in battle.
If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know in the comments below what dumb moment took you out of a video game, and hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out and helps me suspend my belief just a little bit more. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Link. The hero of